What is up, my RC enthusiasts? Back here again. It's been a while since I put a video out. Sorry about that. Been busy, but I'm back here today. I want to go ahead and go a little bit more back on some of my older videos. So I'm going to kind of redo some of them, because when I had a couple of my good videos that explained some pretty good detailed stuff about some modifications to these WPLs, I only had like 200 subscribers or so. So I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen those videos, but if you want to, go back there, check them out. You know, there's some pretty good stuff. A lot of questions I've been getting in some of my newer videos have been answered in a lot of those older videos. But just in case a lot have missed that and people want to get updates onto some of my modifications, I'm going to go ahead and get to that right now. I'm going to go ahead and explain to you what I do to my 6x6s to get more flex and to get the articulation to be a lot better on the suspension, and also the 4x4 B Series trucks. So this is going to be for the leaf spring B Series trucks at first. Then I'll do a video on the C Series again later on sometime. But for now, let's dive into these two B Series, the 4x4 and the 6x6. Well, alright, I'm going to be using these two guys right here. Now, if you have one of these, then that will apply to you, and also the B1 or B16, which is the first original truck they came out with. That will apply to that too, because that's all 4 leaf sprung suspension, and the front and rear are attached the same way, so that this mod will work for this. So just this one mod you need to do to the suspension to this to make it flex the way you see mine does. I mean, my truck's got a lot of flex, even my 6x6. So the 6x6 just a little bit different. The rear end is one of those 4 together seesaw style suspension, so you'll see what I did to get more travel from that. And this I only recommend if you have the upgrade center differential that has the bypass shaft, so that way you don't have any binding and stuff, because if you have the regular shaft, you're gonna go have a lot of binding if you go ahead and have this much flex. So I'm gonna show you closer into that. So this is gonna be for the B36 6x6 and the B16 6x6. This will work for it, and this one's gonna be for the B1 and the B24 ZH. All work for this one right here. So let's get closer and I'll show you what I did to get more articulation out of these. Let's check this simple mod out. Alright, first let's check out the B24 right here. This is going to be your 4x4 variant. So yeah, if you look down here, if you can tell, I'm not sure if you can tell, but you see how the screws are kind of sticking out right there? They're not tightened all the way down. You see that? And I kind of have like a bushing holding it in place so the leaf doesn't fall out. Well, that's how I was able to accomplish more flex. Now, I didn't need to remove the plastic leaf springs. Those ones actually, if you could tell, they just broke off in the front end right there. But even without them, it still works great. So if you remove those, you get a lot more flex if you remove those plastic leaf springs. But if not, you still get pretty decent flex, as you've seen on my videos. I mean, it's pretty decent for stock. Now what I use, you see these screws right here? You see how one of them is longer than the other one? You're going to use the shorter of those two. The long one's going to be too long and you won't be able to thread it all the way in, and the leaf spring will get binded up and stuff. So use the shorter of the two of these. So if you have any of these laying around in your spare parts bag and stuff, if you have 4 of those, you have this mod for free. But if not, you can go ahead and get those spare accessories or spare hardware on WPL-RC.com. They'll be having all their spares and stuff over there for you. Yeah, so if you can tell, that's pretty much all I did. You just unscrew the 4 screws that the leaf springs are supposed to mount on, put the longer screw in there, and maybe put like a washer or something over here so the leaf spring can't fly out. And that way, you'll be good. You'll get tons of articulation. Look at that. That's still stock. There's no custom shackles or any mod like that on this. It's just the stock suspension with longer screws to give you more travel. Alright, let's go to the next one. Alright, here I got my B36 KM. This is going to work on all of them. So I'm going to show you how to get the flex on this one. The front, same thing. Just put longer screws in there. Don't tighten them all the way down. That way, you see how that leaf spring slides up and down that screw? That's how I get more flex out of it. So you get a lot more flex. Look at that. That's my whole fist. I'm a big dude. Now for the rear, because that's what's different on this one. So this rear's got the seesawing system. If I could find a better picture of it, I'll show you. But you're gonna see right in here, if I can see it, you see that tab right there? The one that's moving around right now because it's broken off. I'm not sure if you see it. You see that? Yeah, see? Now that tab just broke off because of how heavy these wheels are and all the metal kit and stuff. That wasn't gonna last with any crawling whatsoever. Those tabs just break off anyway. But if yours haven't broken off, if you have aftermarket drive shafts at least, and that center axle, that is the upgraded center axle with a bypass shaft, then you can go ahead and pull those tabs right off so you can give your truck a lot more flex without binding. Because if you have the stock plastic drive shafts and stuff and you try to do this flex mod, these wheels will start hopping and binding up, and it's not good for that. So only do this if you have metal drive shafts at least and that center bypass axle, the upgraded axle. So that's what's going to give you the mad flex in the back. And the front, it's just the same as the B24s and B16 or B1. So yeah guys, pretty simple stuff, right? I just wanted to put this out as an update to that old video, flex video of mine. I think it was the B24ZH was the one I used for that video. So go ahead and check that out if you want to see it. I'm just explaining the same mod that I just explained right here. So it's very simple, free to most people that have a lot of these spare screws laying around in bags still. If not, it's a low cost mod if anything, and it does up the performance of these vehicles a lot because the flex is insane. Well, there you go guys, some great little mod right there. Cost most of you nothing because you probably have all these spare screws, and if you have to get them, you can go to WPL-RC.com to get all the spare parts for these things. Their spare part catalog is down right now, but next month it will be back up, and they have everything available. I mean, they have hardware kits, you have missing mirrors or missing little parts. Every single thing they will have available for purchase separately, so that way if you lose any of your scale accessories on the trail, don't worry about it. It'll be cheap enough to get yourself another replacement of that. And also, I would like to note, they are very friendly over there at WPL, and they are offering some of the parts for free, and you just pay for shipping. But please, don't take advantage of this. This is just for people that have purchased the vehicle from them and maybe is missing a part or two, or have ran them in the trail and a part or two have fallen off, so you need to replace them. Don't abuse it and get 5 spare mirrors and 5 spare seats and steering wheels, because it's not going to be good for the company, and they're just there to help you. So don't abuse it. They're there to help you. They're there to make sure we all have some fun, and they want to hook you up with your scale accessories that you lose, so that way your truck could still be looking really nice sitting on your shelf. So that's one thing I just want to say. They are really cool. They are coming up really well. Look at the nice trucks they have now. It comes from this all plastic kit with plastic ring and pinion, which by the way still has all the plastic stuff in here. This is still factory B24 kit right here. I have not been able to damage anything on this truck yet, so that's pretty cool. And I do only run this really scale-like. I don't ever abuse it. I don't ever try to get it binded up anywhere. So that'll show you, if you're willing to just trail these around, you don't really need major upgrades to these things. And I will also put that out in the future. What is the minimum upgrades I do recommend to put on these little guys right here to get them on the trail? Nothing for hardcore crawling or anything like that. More just trail driving, towing a trailer just to look cool on video and stuff. Those kind of mods. you don't really need to mod these that much to be able to do those things. But yeah, anyway, as always, thanks for watching. I appreciate all my subscribers and everyone out there that likes to watch my videos. And go ahead and leave a comment below what you guys want to see in the future. You know, how am I doing? And what kind of RCs are you interested in? So that way I'll know, maybe I can get interested in those kind of RCs in the future too. Well, alright guys, leave a comment below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. And as always, go out there, have some fun, and run that RC.